Hello and welcome back to Surviving Mars. So in the last episode I landed on Mars, I started my new colony, I ended up in a cold wave, and my rocket finally reached Earth. So now it's time to pick my colonists. So this is the genius colonist that I got from one story bit. Unfortunately she's a scientist. This is somewhat of a problem. Genius is obviously an excellent trait because she gives me basically research most of the time, but she's a scientist. And scientists, they have an interest in gaming, and it's impossible for me in like the early game to fulfill this gaming interest. So she might be low in comfort. I'm gonna lock her and then we'll see what else we got. But for now, I'm not too happy with this one. But I think she's always a genius. I'm actually not sure. Okay. We are not going to take middle-aged ever. I try to avoid taking adults if I can. The genius was an adult, so that's actually okay. I'm going to check on what the youth applicants have. So this is a sexy survivor who is also young, so yeah, you're in. Fit is okayish. Glutton, no. Enthusiast, rugged, yes. Fit is okay, as I said before. Alcoholic and hypochondriac. Alcoholic is actually a positive trait. Hypochondriac is somewhat annoying, but it's not too big of a deal. I'm going to lock him in place. Workaholic, definitely yes. Lazy, no. Melancholic is not a big deal. Coward is kind of a problem, and also... no, that's just sanity. So I don't like cowards. Goodbye. Nope. And gamer, not in a million years. Another coward. Whiner is not a big deal. Whiner, sexy, chronic condition. Okay, that's actually an okayish colonist. So chronic condition doesn't do anything, it just means that she has to go to the infirmary every now and then and recover health. That means she can't do anything else in her time, but that's okay. Whiner doesn't, like, they are not supposed to be low in comfort anyway, so who cares. And sexy, of course, is great for the birth rate. Being a young colonist is also very helpful. Okay, back to the filters. We are going to check what we got on more workaholics and more sexy survivors. So I'm already seeing something that I don't like. Adult workaholic is good. Adult workaholic is good. I had a game before where I didn't find workaholics who were young or adults, and I need 3 for the small spacebar, as you will see in a few moments. Melancholic is okay. Nerd's great. Know you're middle-aged. You are religious. That is also okay. Sex is good. Hippie sex is good. Sexy survivor is good. I don't want you. Coward, I said already no. Whiner is okay. I guess that is 17, so that's good. Let's turn everything off and check for the genders. I am going to take her, although her comfort will be low, simply because I have a lot of sexy colonists. Okay, so she's female, you're male, 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 female, male, male, you're male, you're male, you're male, you're male. So we have 8 to, what's this, 12? 8 to 9. So we can take you and the workaholics I've seen, yes, yes, and yes. Sexy young, just young, bit young, sexy adult. Take her. So I cannot take her and I cannot take her. And now I have to choose 6 male applicants. I already got 3 workaholics. I'm debating with myself if I should boot one of them. I think I should. It's you, and I'll take the young fit one. Because one of the males should be, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you're a young workaholic, it's perfect. Sexy, yes, just a bit. Enthusiast is good. No. Did not get any party animals. That's okay. Not sexy, yes. Just sexy is okay, and sexy survivor is good. Okay, that will be one sexy colony, I guess. So the reason I'm not taking 3, or not taking all the workaholics, although I said I need them, is workaholics have... Yes. Workaholics have less interest in relaxation, so this means they are not going to visit the spacebar as often. And I am relying on the colonists visiting the spacebar because that's where they are going to get their comfort from. I'm going to set up the colony, or the dome buildings, and I guess it's going to be clear then what's going to happen next. So I obviously need a living complex. I need a farm. I'm going to build this one somewhere else, I guess. I'm going to build, if I can find and stop being stupid. Okay, I'm going to build first of all, I'm not going to build it here, and you're not going to finish this building because I don't need it yet. Okay, I'm going to build a diner, and I'm going to build a grocer. Didn't I stop this one? No, I did not. And I'm going to...
Breakthrough discovered.
Martian-born ingenuity. This is like a really good one. And I'm going to build, I don't know, alleys, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm going to build a pond here, and I'm going to build the infirmary, which is kind of obvious. And then I'm going to build the spacebar, which I can never shut up about. Oh, there's only two jobs of that.
Sector scanned.
No resource, that's rude. Okay, Martian-born ingenuity. This is like a really good breakthrough, but I don't need it yet, so I'm not going to... Oh, wait. It might actually be smart to try to finish it using
are low.
This one. So I get the supply pots and can save on some cash. I do need soil adaptation quickly, and I also need water. But this will be only 7... No? I think I can do it. Okay, you're going to scan this one, and I hope it's a lot of research. Maybe more than just 750. Not going to finish this building. Don't need it yet, and will only like rack up maintenance for no reason. Meteor storms down here will... Yeah, you can finish those. They don't have maintenance, so it's fine. The meteor storm, it started here and will slowly move in this direction. So my colony should be safe for now. Something that you can always keep in mind is that meteor storms usually move from the left to the right, so from west to east. I don't know why.
Anomaly analyzed.
1,000 meters along 2 days. That's actually good. somewhat good. I don't know if there's like a real life reason, because the rotation of Mars or whatever, I don't know. But that's how it works in game. So you always want to build your colonies rather up than in this direction, because if the colony gets hit, it only gets
Sector
hit.
scanned.
It only gets hit in a small portion and not all the way. Yeah. Me talking. Finish this building. I didn't want to, but whatever. And I don't have any concrete left. That's actually kind of bad. So, when you rapid expansion. So the cold wave's almost over, so I can like activate my buildings again. However, they are frozen, so they're also broken down. Once they thawed and no longer frozen, they will require maintenance. However, since my machine parts are out of range and I'm controlling my drones manually and I'm doing, as I said, manual maintenance, I can still have the drones move machine parts into the building, which do, and not repair the building. Need to turn it off though. So that once I'll turn it on, the drones don't have to bring new machine parts and can repair the building almost instantly without delay. However, because the buildings are frozen, I need to be careful, because if the drones repaired now, you can see this here in a moment, if the drones would be repaired now, once this cycle is 0, the defrosting is done. Defrosting is done, the building is broken again, so keep this in mind if you do manual maintenance. What we got? Rapid expansion. So I'm getting a transport? No. Financial aid? Yes. Transport optimization? No, I don't think so. I take the funding. I don't need power to this. And okay, the building's done, and this one's done, and this one's broken now because when it thawed, it broke. Kind of annoying, but whatever. As soon as this one's
Sector
repaired.
scanned.
Yes, I can use those again. Excellent. Okay, it's Sol 14. I'm going to land the passengers in time for the sponsor goal. However, I kind of need to set up my colony first. I do not really have enough water yet, but I'm planning on finishing this tech so I can get cheaper supply pods again. Mission profile, research 2 breakthroughs gives me 5 free supply pods. We can save on some money. I'm going to send 2 moisture evaporators to support the colony with water. However, I also need the upgrade for the moisture evaporators to actually have enough water. I also, so I can run a smooth colony during the night, I need a battery, which is a bit of an issue because I don't have any concrete for now, but we can manage, I guess. How are you doing? Take this. Put there. Okay, we don't need 30 power. Oh, one second. And this needs to be finished. Okay, now I need 20 power to charge it. I also do need, obviously, a moxie for oxygen, and I do need a water, like an oxygen tank for storage during the night. And I'm going to place this here. I'm not producing enough water yet to actually store any of it, so we are not going to bother with this yet. But in just a second I will. Moxie doesn't need to run during the night, so that's good. Pinch the spacebar, that's okay. Those buildings. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn this one on, and I'm going to turn this down so the dome's now running. Dome is water. I think I can turn you off for now. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. It's going to be cheap for another 14 points. Okay, found a stage.
New colonists have arrived.
Good. As you have seen, I activated the heavy workload on all the shifts on a small spacebar. Of course, this means that the workaholics that I handpicked have to work in the spacebar, so they don't have a penalty for working heavy work shifts. And number 3. And this means that during their working hours, the service comfort of the spacebar is 70, and that means as soon as some people visit, you will see, they can potentially get up to 80 and even beyond 80 comfort rating. And because the comfort rating doesn't really go down unless they can't fulfill one of their needs, which they should be able.
Resources are low.
This is confusing. I thought you were a scientist. Wait.
Electrostatic dust storm.
Full of hope and determination.
I'm super confused now because I actually thought she was a scientist. But she's not. She has no specialization. Which is good because scientists do want gaming as their interests. I'm gonna watch the footage later. But I can't provide gaming, so the scientists would lose comfort, but since she only wants to do social, which she can in the spacebar and in the diner, relaxation, spacebar, and the alley and the pond, and also the last one is shopping, which they can do at the grocer. They should not lose too much or too often comfort. They sometimes do when the grocer is not running because it only has 2 work shifts active, things like that. But usually, it's actually a good pick, they should be able to maintain a very high comfort rating of 70 to 80. So that's absolutely enough to have a colony running. And I will keep playing, and you can see that it works very, very well. It's like 150 research, that's quite enough.
Research complete.
I was super fast because of the research, that's perfect. We definitely need more power to charge the battery. Okay. Excellent. So we got fauna stage and we got a shuttle hub and a supply pod, so I can now send 2 moisture evaporators. Much cheaper. And I also need to do that because I'm going to become a problem now. because they are not working during the upcoming dust storm. So what I need to do actually is I need to tap into this water deposit here. I'm kind of lucky that I found one. I don't really like a whole lot of this actually. I don't like those long cables and stuff. That are just too risky that they break. But there's not much I can do about it for now. So usually I would have sent the yeah, we know that. I would have sent those earlier. I probably should have done that. I'm lucky that the water is here. If I didn't find any water close to the colony, I would have a problem now, because I'm not going to produce enough water in just one day and store it to bring me through the entire dust storm.
Research complete.
Excellent. I can now place down my farm and start producing food.
Sector scanned.
Soonish. More rare metals. Another breakthrough in it. 4th? 5th actually. Pretty good. Okay, we're producing water now and we're saving it. I can have you run and I guess I'll be able to fill those 2 tanks in just a short amount of time. I kinda need the low G turbines to produce power in a moment, because the solar panels will turn off obviously during the dust storm and the battery won't cover. I think I need 2 turbines actually because of the power consumption I have. I'll go with 1 for now. Yeah, we'll see.
Sector scanned.
Superconducting computers. Okay, interesting. Four swords. That's quite long for a dust storm. In case you don't know that, what you should always do when a dust storm starts, you should always shut off, turn off your Moxie and turn off your moisture evaporators, because they will be shut off, but the drones will consider them running, and they will pile up maintenance and break, and the drones will repair them during the dust storm where you can't use them, and then it will just break again. So turn them off. Apart from that, we can keep the fuel refinery running and this one running, but I will not repair them once they break. I might repair the water extractor if I have to, but I prefer if I don't have to. And I have stored enough oxygen to make it through this dust storm, assuming that I'm not going to assuming that I'm not going to get any pipe or cable faults. Pipe faults. So I need some more energy. What's not running? The dome is running, so I don't. What's not running?
Anomaly analyzed.
Oh, everything's running because of the battery.
There's more to the barren environs of the red.
Sector scanned. Milestone achieved.
Excellent. So I got the first milestone, no, the first Martian born, and that gave me 500 research. Pushed me closer to the low G turbines, so that's good.
For the first time.
Good. Excellent, excellent. So with the first Martian born, this seems to be a good moment to end this video. So see you next time when you can watch me completely botch this dust storm.